Bay District Schools' new dress code is creating some controversy. A group of parents has started a petition drive against the policy, which won't go into effect until August at the beginning of the 2025-26 school year. News 13's Grace Villas joins us in our studios. Grace, the dress code was officially approved back on December 10th. What's the latest concern here?
Tom, after 3 meetings addressing the policy and several revisions to the original proposal, some parents still find the dress code to be too extreme and feel compelled to take action. Bay County parents are responding to the official vote approving Bay District Schools' new dress code that took place on December 10th. The call to action comes in the form of an online petition created several weeks ago following the decision.
These are voices. They disagree with you.
After being unable to attend the school board meetings in which the dress code was discussed, Whitney Nieves followed the suggestion to send feedback in the form of an email.
The meeting times are when parents work. I know there are board members who are on record, maybe singular, who say parents who don't attend meetings don't care. Oh, I care. I watch it and I send my emails. So I sent my email, and that is kind of why I have this petition going, because that was such a gross narrative.
Nieves says she has a background in secondary education and takes issues with the policies requiring students to wear solid school colors or gray. She feels shapes and colors encourage education and that elementary schools should have been exempt from the code. Other parents share similar opinions, and the petition has now reached 436 signatures.
Big conversation that we've had. Having her wear 3 colors, that's going to make us late to school every single day because she's going to have a meltdown.
England, now the mother of a kindergartner, went through the Bay District school system and responds to claims that the new policy is just going back to what they had in place prior to Hurricane Michael.
People are learning to do things differently and in a much better way that's going to help people who come behind them. Just because it was like that in my day doesn't mean I want that to be my child's day.
Bay District Schools says the priority is student safety, and the new code will make it easier to identify who is supposed to be on campus and who isn't.
If everyone's wearing the same color, we're going to be able to identify threats and things. That gives them a false sense of security. You know, like some others have mentioned, if they're not paying attention, if they don't know their students, then they're not going to notice, you know, that. And if they're all wearing the same t-shirt, that's going to make them have this sense that everything's safe when it might not be.
McCullough brought up that the colors are listed on the school website. Anyone could still buy them. She says she attended the meetings and sent emails.
I sent individual emails to every single board member and the superintendent. I heard back from one person, and it was Miss Leonard. She asked me to elaborate on my concerns, to which I sent a subsequent email. And I didn't hear back from her, but I could tell she read them because she addressed some of them in the meeting.
School board member Ann Leonard was the only vote against the policy at December 10th's meeting.
There was a large number of parents there and a large number of students. And like some others have said, you could tell by the vibe of the room and how they presented how we were going to have the conversation that they had their minds made up. They started by saying, we don't want to talk about the dress code, just like you don't want to talk about the dress code. That's a weird thing to say.
A Bay District Schools substitute teacher was also present at the last meeting.
Students were at the school board meeting where they voted for it and got up and spoke against it. And it just seems like they were just going through the motions of they knew that they weren't going to approve it and they didn't really care what we said. And as a substitute teacher, one of the things that I see is that we need more motivation for the students to be in school, to want to be in school.
Lear is afraid taking away freedom of expression will make teenagers less willing to go to school. Bay District Schools insists the dress code was developed with careful consideration and public input, including that of students. Another concern is exempting certain groups, such as disabled students or students of certain religions, from the dress code may actually paint a target on their back. The petition's motto is enforce the current code in place. Some other concerns surrounded the meeting's online streaming not showing the public comment portion or allowing online viewers to participate in public feedback virtually.
Grace, what are Bay District school officials saying about the pushback?
In Bay District Schools' most recent statement, they said they've received a lot of positive feedback on the policy as well. And obviously the priority for everyone here is students receiving the best education possible. But if you do want to join the online petition, you can go to our website, mypanhandle.com.
All right, we'll continue to follow this. Thanks very much. Grace Velez reporting live in our studios.